Hello everyone and welcome to a new round, or I should probably say just welcome to something new I try out. And we are going to take a look at Frostgale today, a pretty fresh Lich King server that was recently released. There's been some confusion about if it's still in the state of open beta or if it's already released. But let's just say that I don't think the characters will be wiped. It's very fresh right now, and it also has some special kind of tweaks. And those tweaks are that you basically can only level until level 20 right now, and they plan to release levels. So basically, when the next schedule hits, then you can level to 30, then to 60. 40, 50, 60, and basically there's a schedule that allows you maybe not to fall too much behind if you are late to the server. And what's also interesting is that the server has some RPG elements in it, and well, it looked pretty interesting. There was a Reddit entry, I have it linked down in the description if you want to get a picture for yourself. I was pretty intrigued by this. The developers seem to be pretty genuine, and I don't know, all around, their concept, how they want to approach things. That sounded pretty interesting, and well, so I thought, why not just take a quick look, and that's what we are going to do today. Hey Jens, thanks for joining the stream. So yeah, this time around we will go as a rogue. Still have to set up a few things by the looks of it. Since this is a new character on a new account, on a new server, I was able to set up a few things, but could be that I have to do a bit of tweaking from time to time. I will tune down the music a little bit, and if anything does not seem right or I should correct anything, then please let me know. So yeah, they are currently in open beta. I think they wanted to release on the 16th of December. But then somehow people already logged into the server, and that was the reason for them to say, okay, well, since there are already people playing, they just released it now, and they made a Reddit entry explaining a few things again. Look it up if you want. And yeah, this is this time around not a custom server. Well, at least not to the degree I usually play on. Again, there will be some tweaks this sort of level release, the schedule that you don't actually can binge level through level 80 right now. It's basically kept at level 20 at the moment. But yeah, we will see how this works out, and if it actually intrigues enough players to get a stable player base going. Right now I don't think there are too many online, but that's okay. I mean, the nice thing about this whole approach is that you take for example a server starts and you don't get on it right away, or you don't play on it. Then you think 1, 2, 3 weeks later, it's not that fresh any longer, it's not that interesting because you were not there when it started. But because of this, you have time to actually get on track, to actually take up some time, make up some time that you maybe lost, and that's quite nice, I think. And it's also quite niche, since again there are also a few RPG elements, but they mentioned already that they actually don't want to. Hey, well, it's more like optional. Like it's not really something they plan to enforce. It would be nice if you like try to be a bit roleplay, but you don't have to be like, good day, good sir. May I heal you with my holy power? I'm horrible at role playing, by the way, as if you did not notice. But yeah, so I think that's pretty cool, like that you have the option to also like not go full roleplay, because again, I'm not really that kind of guy, and I've never gotten into it that good. But well, you shouldn't be an asshole, basically. That's quite nice about the server, that they have a few rules they want to enforce, that you don't like thunderfury spam in the chat, and I think that could lead to a bit less toxic community and to a bit more, I don't know, friendly kind of thing, which is quite nice. So yeah, looking forward to that. We will play a few levels. Not too sure like to which degree I will continue the series. I've been looking for a fresh Ruffled Lich King server for quite some time now, and who knows, maybe this will even be it. Maybe this can surprise me. Maybe the server, like the player base, will get stable enough for us to actually stay here. And of course, like the scripting also has to be pretty okay-ish. That would be nice. Like I'm not super nitpicky when it comes to that. Like I don't mind a few bugs here and there, but like they advertise the server with some pretty, well, straightforward and pretty, how can I put it, that they are quite confident in what they are doing, apparently, and I hope that, well, the stuff they say, like that they are ahead of their competition. And of course there's also a bit like advertisement in that, and like basically every server has to say that, right? Like you don't really win people if you state the truth all the time. I get that. What would be nice if they actually keep some of their promises, and yeah, very excited about this. As you know, like I'm playing on a lot of servers at the moment, but the reason behind this is also that I really would like to give some insight, give some platforms to the server, like some spotlight, and well, that's why we are doing this. Like this does not mean we actually like do a complete playthrough of the certain server because of that, but well, maybe visiting here and there, maybe trying to check it out, like giving you a sort of overview and a short insight in what's going on, and yeah, that's the whole idea, basically. Haven't played Undead in a while, so it's quite nice to come back actually playing one. Like their ratios are pretty great for PvP, but usually, like, especially since when I go hunter a lot, then of course there will be a troll. But even if I go rogue, most of the time I go like orc or troll, just because of their, well, ratios. Like for PvE, I think it's a bit better what they have going for it. Like the increased regen from the berserk, like from the trolls, I mean, and also the increased damage on orcs, and also the increased weapon skill on orcs. So I think, like in regards to PvE, the undead is probably the weakest regarding rogues. But like PvP, it's pretty much unmatched. I mean, you also have like stun resistance on the orcs, and I mean, the increased damage is also something to be reckoned with in PvP. But overall, I would say that the undead, PvP wise at least, is very, very strong. So right now there are 13 people online, and as you can see, like max level is 20 right now. I talked about this right at the beginning. Maybe like since there are a few more people right now online now, I thought about, hey, maybe I should address this again. So I don't know how long they will do this, like how they will schedule it, but I would guess like for the first 3-4 months, not months, that's not right, 3-4 weeks maybe, they will try to keep this until level 20, and maybe after that they will actually, well, increase the level cap by a bit. So it will be interesting to see when it's actually happening. Haven't played on a real server in a while. Like, I guess vanilla, right? Kronos. But yeah, like on a real Lich King server. They've been based on 3.3.5 all the time, but it was basically very much custom all the time, like Valoria and also Awakening, of course. I hope the music is fine, guys, that it's not too loud. Please tell me if there's anything wrong. It's always something, like, I really should get this figured out, right? But the thing is, like with music you have going on in the background, especially like if it's music from YouTube, then sometimes, well, it's like, you know, they have different kinds of audio levels as well. Like, some videos are louder, some are a bit more quiet, so. Because this is like not, I guess you've noticed this already, this is not Wrath of the Lich King music, this is from Journey. I really would fancy one of those backdrops. That would be quite nice, like on a new server. That's probably one of the most valuable things you can get. The overall gameplay feeling has been great so far, like not encountering any lag right now. I mean, the population is quite low, so I guess that also plays a role into that. But it feels very stable, feels very smooth, and that's something I much appreciate in a server. Like if you don't have the feeling that actually like there's a huge delay in your input and your actual like action. Not really taking a break from Awakening, to be honest. I just did a part yesterday, so for today I thought I would do something different again. Like I tried to mix it up a little, you know. But no, not taking a break. There's also been like a huge patch, and I think we will play a bit more tomorrow. Maybe some Valoria tomorrow as well. Not too sure yet, but yeah, not taking a break, no. I really wish there there would be a nice, stable and well-populated, fresh rough Lich King server. But really wish this team like here all the best luck that they make it work. The thing is, like, when people hear like RPG or like RP, PvP, then, well, it's pretty niche, and I think that turns a lot of people away, a lot of players away. But again, it's like not enforced here, like you don't have to do it. It's appreciated, but in the end, like as long as you stay civil, as long as you stay nice, and don't like spam Harambe in the chat, then I think you should be fine on this server. So, yeah. Like, I like Gamer District, I like Dalaran, don't get me wrong. Even like Warmain has some really good servers, and like it's really fine. But I don't know, I think it's just like a personal thing that I really like leveling and fresh starts on servers. I guess that's one way to phrase it. PvP stands for no kids. Well, to some degree that's right. I think the whole RP kind of phrasing or sign, again, it turns people away, especially like maybe younger folks, or well, people that like to behave inappropriate and like to be a bit toxic. And I mean, I think some goofy fun is fine and stuff, so I'm no internet police or anything. But yeah, I don't know, sometimes it can get really annoying, especially like if it gets too harsh, if it gets like if people get attacked and flamed, and if it gets racist and all that shit. Then I really prefer it if there's rather a more quiet and well-mannered kind of server. So that's quite cool. But yeah, I think you are a liar if you say that you like never spammed Thunderfury in chat or like did some other stupid shit. I think like everyone has done that. Of course there will be exceptions, but like in general I think a lot of people like to do this and like to, well, get a bit wild, hiding behind avatars, and I guess that's to be expected, right? But again, I think as soon as it gets discriminating, like the level of like my tolerance regarding that is gone. Oh, nice. That's a like I have to keep in mind though that on the server we actually can't equip this. But light height, that's actually pretty nice. Let's sell a few things. Hey everyone, thanks for joining the stream. Yeah, you're right, Milk. You're right. You can't really like point to a certain age and say like just because you're level 17 like you are childish or anything. I don't mean this. Like you're completely right. It's not only about the age. It's also about yeah. It's about a lot of things. So sorry if that came off wrong. This server is Frostgale. I have some information, some details about it in the description below if you're interested in checking that out. Pretty nice experience so far, but yeah, it's only the starting area, so can't really say that much. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, IO. I agree with you guys, by the way. Like, oh, nice. There seem to be a lot of chest spawns, but then again, like, we are probably the first person to even enter the zone, so I guess we are pretty lucky in that regard. But in general, I really think that like on RP servers, the community is... I don't like to say better, because like this is such a subjective kind of word. Like better, I don't know, that's like a word that actually says nothing, to be honest. But yeah, a bit more mature, a bit less toxic. Let's just leave it at that. Of course, I don't want to generalize and to put whole age groups, like whole generations, into one pot. That's something you should avoid doing. I mean, there's also the darker side to it, right? With I mean, and only Goldshire, like Lions Inn, you know. I mean, yeah, well. Let's see, where's actually the rogue trainer? Should be probably around that area, but we need to bury someone. I think I never played a undead rogue. I always went troll or orc. Again, I also prefer those. But yeah, since we, like, I think the last times we always were in the Valley of Trials, and this time around I at least wanted to show a new starting area. Like, I think with all the new starts and everything, it gets like a bit boring already. But if I would go to like zones right now that we are just explored already, like very, very often, then I guess it would be even worse. So yeah, I don't think we will. I think I will keep the light hide, but I don't think we will find any sellers or buyers, I should say, for stuff like this right now. So I think, like, since the server is so fresh, we will just vendor a few things to get some starting money. Like this whole concept of starting fresh, of earning everything from blank, like really just going from zero to top. It's just super fun. Like, I really enjoy this the most in RPGs, and to some extent also in World of Warcraft. Kerms, if you are still here, or Serms, sorry, not sure how to pronounce the name. Like, the RPG element is one thing. The other one is that right now the level is capped at level 20, and after a few weeks they will increase the cap to 30, then 40, so that people that that don't know about the server yet and want to, like, not fall too much behind, that they can actually catch up and join the server. So that's the reason for that. Goldshire players are those kind of players that actually make you disappear when you hurt their feelings. Yeah. Sounds scary, but yeah, sure. By the way, guys, what do you think, like, about this whole approach I'm currently going for, like, with checking out different servers, trying to give different servers screen time? Would you rather prefer it if I would concentrate on a few select ones and actually, like, have a coherent journey? Or is it okay for you if I switch it up a little and, well, play on different kinds of servers? Would be very interested in that. Like, what is your stance on that? Concentrate on Nost, yeah. I will play it for sure, and I will also stream the launch, I think. I just got my tokens today, like the character transition. I was like super scared for a minute because I kept entering like a wrong username, but then luckily I remembered everything, and well, I got my characters back, I got my account set up, so at least that is something that went right. And yeah, I will be streaming Nost, I will be playing on Nost. And if the majority of you wants me to do a coherent series, then I guess we will go for that as well. But probably not on the old server, because I still have some characters there. Although, like, one thing I could maybe do is like give this character the final push to level 60, so we can do some endgame content. We'll see about that, I guess. In case you don't know, like, I've been looking for a job for like a few months now, and let's say 2 months, and I think like when the new year starts I will actually have one. So I'm not too sure if I, well, can have the time to actually stream that often, like when this is the case. And I guess that will also be the time when I actually have to decide on a current server, like when I can't really hop between them, like when I don't have so much time in my hands. So yeah, it will probably be Nost, like of all the servers. If there's like a huge new Lich King release, I might skip onto that one. But I think for the most part it will be Nostalrius. Yeah, that's a good point, Hexagon, like about the whole burning out kind of thing. That's completely right. I will keep that in mind, yeah. I mean, as soon as I don't enjoy a server anymore, then I will probably switch things up. Like, no matter what the popular opinion is, or like, it sounds a bit harsh if I say it doesn't matter what you think, but well, to some extent I think I would decide it rather on my own. Like, if that's the case, like if it's really that I really don't enjoy a server any longer and would rather do something else, because it would heavily reflect on like the series. It would be really a really hard hit to the quality, I think, like of my overall mood, and also yeah, how enjoyable everything would be. Looks like we have an interesting discussion going on currently. By the way, I think WoW Awakening will be something I will always like play on from time to time. Probably even more than Nostalrius, if I'm completely honest with you, but time will tell. Like, it kind of depends on a few things, how they will handle things. But yeah. That is one thing. I kind of lost my train of thought, sorry. I have to look in the chat again to remember like what I was just thinking about. Yeah, interesting discussion right now about like what makes Nost great, sorry, what makes it great and why so many people feel drawn to it. And like for me personally, I think Nostalrius is just like this flagship, this like, I don't know, like a name where the private server community can actually rally behind. It has a very good reputation, and well, that is very, it's, let's say it's not commercialized. It's pretty much like the idea that people get when they hear Nostalrius is really just like more of an idea, of a passion towards private servers. And I think that's also something great, and that's why I'm really glad that even Elysium is going to pursue this goal and pursue this whole approach. Because I think one of the biggest weak points the private server community has, and one of the biggest arguments that's always being made is, well, you're just doing this or like because of cash and because like you are too greedy, and those private servers are illegal because they take money. And I think in that sense it's really nice and really important as well that like there's one big thing we can actually kind of, I mean, I know there are also some people that don't like Nostalrius, but at least for the most part where everyone can agree that this is like something good, and that Nostalrius in its prime and the whole idea of Nostalrius when it like got shut down about a year ago, not a year, maybe 8 to 9 months, like that this was something very unique and very special, and I think that's quite important. Like I wouldn't even value the scripting and everything too high. It was really good on Nostalrius, but as some people also stress out, it's not like this godlike tier of scripting, or like it was not flawless or anything. There were some mistakes, but again, that's not a thing that matters, I think, about this whole kind of Nostalrius idea. Actually, some pretty nice insight of you guys. Thanks for keeping the chat active. Yeah, and thanks, Kif, for my daily dose of, hey, you are German, aren't you? Never gets old. But yeah, I hope I could get across like my point of what I think about the whole Nostalrius kind of scenario. It's a bit strange that undead rogues can't even wear swords like from the start. Like they will be able to get them, but it's just a bit strange because you go to Undercity to actually learn them. So I think it would have been nice if at least the rogues, like the undeads, could have gotten swords right from the start. That would have been cool. Yeah, that's right. Like there might be like scripting wise there might be better servers, but like the difference will never be that big that it actually overshadows the well, the whole concept and the population of Nostalrius. Although I have to say, so far I've actually I did not come across any better scripted server, to be honest. I think Kronos, like, while Nostalrius was still a thing, like before it got shut down, a lot of people always said that Kronos actually was, like, scripting wise way better, and like only the population was lacking. And well, since I've been playing on Kronos, I did not encounter too many bugs, and it's been a great experience. But I don't think I could, like, I don't think it's suffice to say that, well, Kronos has strictly better scripting than Nostalrius, at least not from my experience. But again, it's a really good server. I don't want to criticize it in any way, but I think it's quite interesting, like the perception of some people that they actually, like, I remember this was really a big thing, like in the Reddit back in the day. That sounds so old, back in the day. It's like a few months back now. But yeah, there was a lot of discussion about how Kronos was much better scripted. But from what I've seen, I think they are pretty much on the same level, to be honest. I'm really excited for the 17th. This will be quite interesting. Hope everything goes smoothly, and like that is, I will try to stream, but that it will be actually an enjoyable stream. Because if it won't, like if there will be a lot of disconnects or a pretty huge lag or delay, then the stream might not be going for too long, just because like it's very annoying to watch, I would argue. But yeah, if everything goes smoothly, if everything goes well, then I think we will take some sweet time to actually stay on the server. But I'm super interested, like, in the population, how many people will be there, and I'm also very interested in how Blizzard will react to this, to be honest. This is one of my main concerns, and something that I really want to see. I mean, Elysium already stated that they are going to ignore the cease and desist letters, but still. Yeah, that's completely right. Like, it's a bit of this Trisent effect with Nostalrius and Blizzard. Like, I don't think they expected the backlash to be that strong, and they kind of tried to sweep it under the rug. So if they try to shut it down again, I think there will be an even bigger backlash. And like, I don't think Blizzard, like, I really think they are very smart people, and they will consider this as well, like just going for another cease and desist letter. I'm not sure if they want to do that. But then again, like, what are their options, right? Like, what else can they actually do? pretty far aggro range, but also quite slow if I'm not mistaken. Ah, that's a rare spawn. I was already wondering, like, the aggro range seemed to be a bit big on that guy, but that's a rare spawn. Actually, I don't need to kill those guys. I just need to get the pumpkins. But it's not that easy to get there. I think 2 enemies are really just too strong right now to take on. Thanks for the subscription, Kiv. Although I speak English, German. That's very nice of you. What do you think, guys? Will we hit 400 today? Is it possible? I think there's only like 1 subscription left. So if someone of you watching is actually not subscribed yet, then would be much appreciated. Of course, only if you enjoy the content, like not not just out of pity or anything. Only if you want to stay up to date with my content, that is. Yeah, I think this will be actually a bit of a longer stream. Yay! Welcome, you are the 400 customer. I don't have a prize for you, unfortunately. But that's like a title you can always hold dear to your heart. Like you can always, like, if you're on your deathbed one day and your children come to you and you want to give them your last words, then you can say, you know what, children, I was Muffin Man's 400th subscriber. And I don't know, if that's not something, then I don't know what's valuable in life. Thanks also for the 401 subscription. Unfortunately, like 401, no one cares about that, you know. Well, that's life. No, seriously, thank you for sticking around. Actually don't like to fight those warriors. They have this parry kind of effect where you can't really hit them. So I think we have to run for now. Like I feel so weak. playing on all those custom servers made me weak. Alright. Looks like I took a pretty bad path. Like the nice thing is the enemies actually seem to be a bit slower, which is good for us. But the aggro range is actually like way too big. That's pretty insane. So that's not that nice, and that's certainly something that is not quite Blizz-like, I think. Or I'm just spoiled and other servers don't get it quite right. But to be honest, I don't think I remember it to be that long, so this might be a bit bugged. Yeah, that's also something. I usually think they are supposed to be faster. My suspicion would be that they actually, maybe they are aware that the aggro range is a bit too high right now, but couldn't fix it. So in case to prevent too much frustration, or like to not get him to leash onto you again, because the thing is about aggro, like once the enemy hits you, they actually, like their aggro resets in some way and they pursue you for a bit longer. And maybe they want to counteract this a bit with making the enemies a bit slower. Would be a guess, but probably not, right? Probably just a bit buggy. I mean, in any case, it's not quite optimal, right? Yeah, please check the description for questions. Of course, I will also try to answer a few, but like the question, like what's the name of the server, it should be even in the title, right? Like I can't check, sorry, I can't check right now, but I think I put it in the title, like it's Frostgale. Yeah, I guess it's not that obvious that's like that this is the name of the server. So yeah, sorry if there's some confusion. Actually, I should not fight those guys. Like, it's pretty inefficient. They just take way too long. And I need them. Sorry, I need them later for a quest. But not right now. Right now, all I need is pumpkins. As the famous Beatles song goes. They should be respawning around this area soon, so let's clear that spot. I think I've played on another server that actually also had very few pumpkins. So this might be right. But still I have the slight feeling that this is actually a bit weird. Like only 8 pumpkins on the whole field and such a low respawn rate. But I mean, those are minor things, right? Not really anything too crazy. Or like too game breaking. Just means we have to wait a bit longer. If I'm not mistaken, maybe in that chat or over there should be like another chest. Maybe I should check that out. Like this is the nice thing about fresh servers. Every item you get, everything new you get, it feels so valuable. Like getting some burnt preachers right now. Like the +1 agility pants. That would be quite awesome. So maybe I should explore that. Well, while waiting for those pumpkins, we can grind a bit more. That never hurts at the early stages. Can never have too many XP. The NPCs seem to be respawning, so this should be around the time where actually also the objects come back. If not, we might have a problem. But well, let's see. We'll take another quick look at the chat. Something happened. Wait, what? Muffin, what's your favorite kind of muffin? It's actually a good question. To be honest, I actually think it's blueberry. To be completely honest. Like, choco is quite close. Chocolate. Yeah, but I think actually blueberry. Well, isn't that an exciting stream, guys? You just discovered my favorite muffin, and we are waiting together with Scarecrow from Batman, waiting on a field for pumpkins. If that's not entertainment, I don't know what is. I'm beginning to have the slight suspicion that the pumpkins are a lie. Yeah, I'm not so sure if you can, well, actually almost, okay, I think I have to run, because she will alert him. Yeah, okay. Maybe we can be quick about it, okay. Yeah, regarding WoW Lich King servers and regarding reviews, like, this is like no review, right? This is just playing a few levels and, well, trying general mechanics, I guess, trying a few things out. So, like the other Lich King servers right now are pretty well established, so I don't think they, and there have been like reviews and tests and Dalaran, Gamer District, Ramen. I mean, it's pretty well discovered, and it's pretty suffice to say that they are actually quite good and that you can play on them anytime. So if something like this comes around, then I will probably check it out. I think there's also something like Northcraft in development right now. I think they had like an open beta weekend recently, but that was at a time where I actually did not have too much time. So I wasn't able to check it out. And yeah, but maybe when they do one more, or maybe when they release their server, I will also check out Northcraft. But for now, I'm quite fine. Okay, guys, I think the pumpkin quest is a bit bugged right now. Like, this is a unusual high respawn time, so we might have a problem. Not too sure actually what we are going to do if this quest is bugged. Maybe just leave it behind. Would be quite sad, considering we are almost done with it. But maybe there will be a server restart, and well, that could help, I guess. But yeah, for now I think we just have to leave this one. Yeah. As sad as it is, I think this quest will be, yeah, will be left behind for now. So let's head over to Brill and pick up a few more quests. Sorry, just a bit quiet right now. I want to catch up on the chat. Hey there, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. To be honest, like just reading the review Panda-chan, it's been such a long time since I've played Mists of Pandaria, and please don't hate me for what I'm going to say, but I actually, to some degree, I miss it. Like, I think the music in Mist of Pandaria, thanks for subscribing, was pretty nice, and like the overall artwork also, I don't know, like this whole Asian flair, I really like that. And of course, it's fucking pandas, right? I mean, yeah, there's that, I guess. But like the overall world and the music and the art style, I quite liked. And what I'm trying to say is that I kind of miss Pandaria, Mists of Pandaria, and maybe I will actually like play on a Pandaria server. maybe like one episode, like one stream, just for fun. But I think it won't be Pandash. I think it will probably be another server. I'm actually not too sure what is the... Can you guys help me? Like, what is the standard for Pandaria right now? Like the benchmark server. I thought I could remember it, but right now I'm actually like kind of blacked out on that. Huh. Maybe you can help me. Francisco, I don't really condone language like that. No, it's like super weird in the times of internet and everything, but yeah, not a big fan of that word, to be honest. What else did you say? Good night, Fury. Thanks for tuning in. Probably way too late on that one, right? WoW Freaks, right, I think that's it, right? Maybe I will check that one out. Yeah, we will have to come back here later, so for now let's just move on to Brill. And what else was there? NC, can you explain like what NC is? Like the abbreviation? Or do you mean like, are we back at WotlK right now, like at Northcraft? Because then, of course, yeah, I'm going to check that out as well. Yeah, Northcraft, okay. Does Warmain have a Panda server? Would be new to me, but maybe. I mean, yeah, actually they are quite big, right? They actually have a lot of servers. It's quite a big franchise. Okay, let's get some more music going here. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, we don't get tired of this yet, but it's just one of my favorite like mixes right now. And where is it actually? There we go. Yeah, really like that one. So, and we are back on track. Sorry for that delay. No, sorry, I actually did not decide yet on my subscriber slogan or welcoming. It's just like, you know, it can get really cringy really fast, like deciding on stuff like this. Or like even implementing stuff like this. So maybe I will just stick to, hey, welcome, thanks for subscribing. I mean, it doesn't always have to be very fancy and, I don't know, special, right? Sometimes the easiest thing or like the most common thing is also the best one.
What is it?
I mean, stuff like, hey, welcome to the bakery or so. I mean, it has a nice ring to it, and I kind of like the suggestion, but I don't know. Also, it kind of feels like talking to 12-year-old, right? So, then again, I mean, my fucking channel is called Muffin Man with a muffin smiling and a mustache. So, I don't know. Maybe I, maybe I just went wrong right from the beginning when it comes to, well, appearing mature. I mean. Okay, let's actually go back there. I mean, we already have to kill a few of those guys anyway, so I guess it's okay if we make our way there. Molester Mustard. That's also like, are you German? Nice English. Pedo Mustache. I think those are my top 3 rankings for comments on the stream and on videos. Okay, we will kill a few more zombies, and then I would like to show you another quest that's actually not that well known, I think. It's also, it's pretty forgettable actually, like it does not really provide you with anything. Maybe I could have picked up, I could have picked up some professions already. That might have been a mistake. Kartoffel-Akzent. That's actually... I haven't heard that one before. Thanks for the subscription. Yeah, I agree with you about Mist of Pandaria regarding this story. It actually was really not that compelling and was pretty boring at times as well. So, yeah, they had quite some issues with Mist of Pandaria, but still, like although there are of course expansions that I prefer to others, like there's no denying that I still enjoyed every expansion and that I still had a lot of fun with like every expansion there was, you know. I think that's something to have to keep in mind, like with all the criticism and all the negativity that actually like playing on the servers like when they were live. I think a lot of you can't deny that it still was a fun game and it still was a nice experience. And I think that's something you should not forget, you know. Or I'm just very easy to please and you actually hated it. That's possible. But yeah. Like, at least in my opinion, I still enjoyed a lot of the stuff going on. I think the Arthas storyline is also my favorite one, lore-wise. But followed pretty closely by Illidan. Like, I still get goosebumps when I think about the Warcraft 3 animated, like, the battle between Arthas and Illidan right in front of the Frozen Throne. That was pretty fucking epic. Like, I remember, like, I was so amazed when I saw this. course, like it was no real CGI animation like at a high standard like we are used it from Bliss. It was more like in-game kind of machinima stuff. But still, like just the sheer epicness of those two giants colliding still get very fond memories if I think about this.
I know what I'm talking about. Really quick of making a world ready to go type of thing.
To be honest, like I know it's quite easy to like fall back and actually like how can I put it? I mean, just because it was such an enjoyable time, like Wrath of Lich King and everything, it's quite easy to make this mistake of wishing stuff back and wanting to relive it again or like to replay it again. To be frank with you, I'm quite glad they finished like at a point where they fit like the Arthas questline is something like the lore and everything is something they can't take from you right now. Like they finished this and they pretty much ended it there, and I think like in itself it's a finished product. It's something pure, something really good, and I'm super glad they don't make like a remake or like a revenge kind of storyline, like the Revenge of Arthas, like episode 2 Electric Boogaloo or something like that. I'm quite glad actually that is not the case, and it's a bit like with a TV series, like Breaking Bad basically did the best thing. Like they ended on their high note, like they ended on a like this is actually so uncommon for anything right now, like especially like modern series, that they actually end on a good season, and that's why I'm also quite glad that they kind of ended the story of Arthas when they did, and they actually did not like dug him back out of his grave. So yeah, but that's just my opinion. I mean, everyone is entitled to have their own, and if someone would enjoy such a storyline, then I can totally understand that. But for me personally, I'm just pretty glad that there's like not such a thing. But I would appreciate if they actually, just because I read this right now, Arthas is dead, but the Lich King still exists. That's a good point. I would appreciate if they would pick up on that one again, like with Bolvar. Like he actually took his place, and yeah, I think this is like one of the most important kind of mysteries left, right? Like how this whole thing will develop, if the Lich King itself will make a return. So I guess I get your point, like, yeah, I guess you're quite right. I just thought, like, when I heard the word return or revenge, then I thought about, hey, probably something about Arthas, but you think more in the sense of, like, bringing the Lich King story back. Okay, I get that. Yeah, that's actually, that's a good point. Sorry for the misunderstanding then. Oh, nice, the pumpkins are back. No, really. What didn't you like about the, like about Bolvar taking the throne? I think it was to some extent it was quite relatable. Like the whole thing about controlling the army, like not letting the Scourge go wild. I guess it's a bit strange, but huh. I didn't think it. I don't think it was too bad. Oh wow, we just pulled a lot of people. Yeah, this aggro range is far too big. And I think I just pulled someone underground and I can't even like run away right now. I might be rip here. I think I have to pull another one. I have to pull a DJ Khaled here. So, and okay, there's another one. Damn it. This is pretty bad. Let's see if we can make it out of this struggle. They're everywhere. I took such a bad path. Shit. I just keep pulling more and more. Oh, fuck me. Oh, come on. And like the aggro range is... Like I can't even go back there because then I will like pull some more again. Like they will follow me until the end of time, I think. Okay, alright. It wasn't half bad. Never mind. It was okay. Hey, plus Jessica. Thanks for joining the stream. As you can see, pretty action-packed stream so far. By the way, we reached around 1 hour 10 minutes. If you enjoyed it so far, a rating would be much appreciated. And yeah, thanks for sticking around. I will take a quick look at the chat again in a second. Okay, this is getting pretty annoying. Basically, I can't fight this. At least we have some potions. Maybe. Also did not pick up my first aid, so that's another issue. Alright. So yeah, chat, sorry. Fight itself was cool, yeah, I agree. Okay, a pretty interesting idea, like besides the hentai tentacles, what the fuck? Okay, alright, yeah, I see where you're coming from, Hexagon. Yeah, Nerubians are actually pretty great enemies. Like they have something very creepy and eerie about them. Like working from the underground. Just this sneaky kind of corrupting, I don't know, spidery theme. It's really... yeah, actually a pretty nice race in World of Warcraft and a race you can actually work with. Like, would like to see them picking up on that. Good point. Yeah, there are bugs, but you can't deny that they have something spidery about them. Looks like someone else did them as well and actually Like, we are not alone with this, apparently. Like, this seems to be pretty hard, but it's okay. I mean, once at a time is okay. But yeah, about the Nerubians again. Like, the idea of having, like, as you say it, like, this whole underground with the cities and everything. It's pretty cool concept. Like, just imagine one of those cinematics when all of a sudden, like, the ground starts shaking and, like, there's a big hole and, like, you don't really expect Nerubians. Like, until you said it, they were pretty much, I don't know, out of my consciousness. But would be a pretty big surprise and, like, a nice twist. My voice just got called silk and smooth. I'm feeling good right now. Alright, we have some issues with our backspace. Okay, those insignia rings actually, like, the drop rate is super low. Won't be easy to get this quest done, especially not with those warriors. Like, what I'm trying to do is basically wait with my energy until the buff wears out. As long as I have daggers, maybe I should consider sneaking up on them, but the thing is they are quite aware and they move like in a pattern where I don't think I can actually sneak up behind them. What I like to do on the, like, when I play rogue is actually have a macro that allows me to basically backstab or garrot certain enemies while pickpocket them. Sorry, pickpocketing them. Wow, very hard. Yeah, but again, like, not in this kind of area. It seems to be very hard, and I think I rather pull enemies from afar, and yeah, it's just a bit too tricky right now. So let's keep our distance and not go for that for the moment, at least. It's the Night Elf one, right? Like, isn't she supposed to be, like, super powerful? And wasn't there actually, like, wasn't it in the Sunwell where you actually fought her already? Wasn't her storyline already covered? Sorry if I'm, like, super wrong right now, but I thought that maybe I'm thinking of something completely different right now. Sorry if that's the case. I guess that's the issue if you're just, like, watching the chat, like, skimming through it. So sorry if I'm telling complete garbage right now. You know, my biggest problem, Hexagon, is that like half of the time I'm not even sure if you are trolling right now or if that's actually a viable thing you are telling there. And that's concerning. Mostly for me though. Thanks for the subscription. Looks like I gained some attention through the world chat. So, hello to everyone that's new. Yeah, I feel like the enemies are a bit too strong right now. I might be spoiled though by my custom server adventures. So, not too sure if I'm like the right person to judge stuff like this, but it feels rather hard actually. Then again, I'm just level 6, I basically have no gear and yeah. I guess it's okay. Damn it. Again, like one thing I can say for certain though is that the movement speed is a bit too low and the aggro range is a bit too high. So that's pretty much the only bug I can confirm so far. The rest seems to be pretty nice. I think there's also a possibility of a chest being inside that tower or like around it. But don't quote me on that one actually, might be wrong. Okay, the drop chance for those rings is really abysmal right now. I'm not too sure if I even will be able to finish this quest. Let's take a quick look around. Like there should be, like most of the time there are some tin veins around this area. But yeah, we did not pick up any professions, which is a pretty big mistake, I think. But to be honest, like just playing this once in a while and checking a few things out, I don't think I want to invest too much time into professions. I'd rather cover a bit more content, I think. Oh, sorry about the misinformation then, if it's okay to actually outrun enemies. But there might be differences though. Like I think Murlocs actually have the potential to outrun you. But yeah, you know what? I don't want to argue that. I trust you if you say it's actually possible. I had the feeling like that on some servers it was not possible, but I think you're right that it's okay to outrun mobs, but for some reason I feel like I'm much faster than the enemies, and yeah, might be my perception, like might be wrong what I'm saying right now. But the aggro range is a bit too high though, I think. But besides that, everything's really nice. Yeah, if you are watching the stream, I already informed the chat about that, like with the level cap. I think it's a pretty neat concept and makes it quite easy for people to catch up if they are not aware of the server, like from the get-go. Pretty nice. Okay, now I'm a bit confused. Like, can you actually outrun mobs or not? Oh, it's not more. Like, there are, as you can see, there are actually different sources. Like, yeah, I think there are certain enemies you can outrun. I think there are certain enemies you can't outrun. So let's just leave it at that. And thanks, Ollie, for your kind words. Very glad. Yeah. By the way, guys, thanks for subscribing, liking everything. Looks like we are at 403 subscribers right now, which is pretty awesome, I have to say. Let's see where we can go with this until the end of the year. I think 500 is a bit too optimistic and probably won't be possible. But hey, let's see. Always depends like on how well some certain videos are doing. Maybe my shitty server digest video will attract a few more people. So who knows? Who knows what's possible, right? But yeah, right now I'm just very happy with 400 subs. That's pretty amazing. Oh, Hexagon, thanks for entertaining this chat and for your theories. Good night. I think the idea of baking muffins at 500 subs is actually not a bad one. And yeah, I might do that actually. Maybe my girlfriend can hold the camera. Or like maybe it's also possible with one hand. Alright, looks like we will get company soon. And we will have to give an autograph. Not too sure how I'm going to do that. But okay, we will try our best. I'm super happy once we are done with this quest. Like, that's pretty insane. Like, I'm getting a bit more lucky right now with the drops, so that's nice. Oh, that's actually a human. No, it's a blood elf. Oh, right, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I was about to say, how can we give an autograph? But yeah, I guess that makes sense. But I think to actually sign something, we have to leave the guild first. Yep. Muffin Man, leave guild. Okay. I will actually give you this cracked buckler. It does not seem to be signed, but it's actually... Oh wow. Yeah, okay. That was a worthy trade, I guess. Yes, sure, I take a re-invite if you want. Okay, it's a bit quiet right now, the stream. I will try to hook us up with some more music. Oh, nice. We already have all 10 rings. Only took us like an hour. That's pretty good. Let's see. Actually, also like a classic of my collection. Sorry if you get a bit tired of this, but it's just one of my favorite soundtracks. I think I was stupid enough not to set my hearthstone, right? Yeah, sure. Yeah. I mean, there are a few things you always can count on. Actually, I don't have enough space. What did you leave me? Ah, very nice. Thank you. Alright, but my stupidity also has an upside. I can actually show you the hidden quest I was talking about earlier. Maybe some of you don't know it yet. Yeah, me too, Sawyer. I think it was just yesterday in Awakening when I also just completely fucked up. So let's see. If you do the escort quest, like each zone basically has this one, hey, bring, I don't know, 10 apple pies to, or like a letter to the inn, and you do that. And in this case, like in Defnel, you can actually talk to this guy because he said, hey, if you do this, I give you some money. And he does not want to give you money. So you talk to him and you basically enter a duel. And if you win that, you get some extra copper and a few experience points. So really nothing that big, but well, as you can see. Apparently also something... Oh, no, there it is. I was about to say.
Speak quickly. Watch your back.
Alright, so now we still have to walk back. Yeah, still a very long way, so was pretty stupid. Showing this quest is not even like an excuse to not set my hearthstone. But hey, gives me some more time to... Oh, sorry, that probably was a bit loud. To read some more in the chat. Oh, that chest free. Not even too sure if it will be this year, to be honest. I guess this will be an ongoing series, but like it seems like a 5-minute video, but and I mean it is a 5-minute video, obviously. But like the amount of time that actually goes into this is quite high. Especially like regarding actually collecting the footage and like having an idea about what, like where you want to go with it, and like also the execution, of course. So it will be an ongoing series, but probably only one, maximum like 2 per month. I really wanted to get this one out rather soon, and I like really just, well, pretty much worked through it like really fast, really efficient. But like I think like in the long run you can expect maybe 1 or 2 episodes maximum per month, I think. But yeah. By the way, if you have any footage, if you want any clips to be included in that, then make sure to send them. Like under the video, there's actually a link in the description, like an email. And if you have some funny random shit, then please just post it there, and well, you might get included in the next video, but it will take time. I can't actually give you a number, like how many hours, but well, let's just say the moment I uploaded episode 1, like I started working on episode 2 immediately. Like I did not work on it 24/7, but every day a few hours.
I am forsaken.
The nice thing about such small communities is actually that, well, you pretty much know everyone. I mean, to some extent, it can be also a drawback, I guess. But for the most part, it's actually quite nice. Glad to hear that. Thanks for the kind words. That's always nice to hear. So this time we will make it right. Okay, everyone, I think like I won't quit right away. Maybe like one more quest. Let's take a look where we can go. Like what's another quick quest? Maybe killing a few more bats and also a few more dark hounds. Yeah, let's just do that. And I think after we're done with that, then I will probably end it for the night, but don't leave yet if you don't want. We are not quite finished. Could use some backs though. That's I'm not used to having like no back slots at all. Yeah, sometimes you have clips like where we actually don't have to do anything. Like sometimes there's just content that's so goofy itself. Like it's also what I'm trying to aim for in these videos. Like not really attacking players or being like disrespectful or like overly aggressive. I really don't want to do that. Like one of my main goals and my aim is actually to make people maybe think about themselves a bit. Also like have the ability to laugh about yourself, like to reflect on your actions. And like in the first episode, like I had this really drawn out clip about me basically being a complete idiot for not realizing what hemodialysis meant. And I think stuff like this is really important, like being able to laugh about yourself and not to take yourself too serious. And so yeah, sometimes really I think there was not even a need to edit those videos in such a high fashion, like just showing, like just basically holding a mirror in front of Alex's face in some way might have been enough. Problem is, I think regarding like self-perception and self-reflection, I think Alex is actually at a point where it's pretty hard for him to take criticism and to actually reflect on criticism, even if it's very constructive or even if it's not meant in any harmful way. The feeling I got from a lot of his tweets or like a lot of the stuff he says on stream is that he takes a lot of stuff personal and that he thinks of himself as some sort of pioneer, some sort of player that, well, if he gets criticized, like basically if you criticize him, you are Blizzard cuck, or like, I don't know. I really don't want to talk about it too much, and it's actually hard for me to talk about it in English, because then again there might be some things that can be interpreted wrong, and I don't want to be that the case. But yeah. Like, I get the feeling he does not really take criticism that well, and like a lot of the stuff he says, he tries to defend with this attitude of it's my opinion. And although that's true, and although everyone is entitled to have their own opinion, and that's something very valuable, and something like, you know, the famous saying, I might not agree with what you are saying, but I would die for your right to say it, right? So I'm also like all for freedom of speech and everything, but sometimes it's a bit lazy, you know, if you say some really stupid shit, if you say something really disrespectful, something discriminating, and then you just say, yeah, well, it's my opinion. It's like the easiest solution you can give to your argument. It's like, I don't even know, like, it's so lazy, you know. So I don't know. Like, if you are a public person, and if you speak out like on a public platform like Twitter, then I think it's just reasonable that you get some criticism, and I think it's just reasonable that you should address this criticism in a way that is like something else than, well, fuck off if you don't agree with me, you know. But well, again, let's not get into this too deep. That might be even worth like a more elaborate and more detailed video itself, before butchering my main points right now without like getting them out in a reasonable fashion. So let's just leave it at that. I hope you know where I'm getting from. Yeah, only I actually I had someone commented under the video. Like, I can't quite phrase it, like I can't quite rephrase it, but it was something along the lines of like, look at this ignorant fuck. Oh, that's a bit too harsh. Like, he did not write this, but in some way, like, someone said something along the lines of this German is very ignorant, and I don't know. It was just very funny, like really funny moment for me. Oh, that's a long shot though, Dalsgaard. Like, if I could access to level 80, this would be a long time, and I'm not even too sure if I will ever make it to that point, to be honest. But I hope I will. Not even sure if I talk to you right now, or like if you can even hear me right now. So let's just say maybe one day I will. Yeah, but if I hit level 80, then of course I would like to raid with you. So with that being said, I think this was. Oh, you're listening. Alright, okay. This was quite an interesting episode. Had a lot of fun. If you also had fun, if you also enjoyed this episode, please leave a rating, would be much appreciated. And I will take a final look over the chat if there's something I should address. Yeah, I basically agree with freedom of speech is not freedom of consequence. That's a pretty nice conclusion to this whole thing, I would say. So, yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, stay awesome and take care. Bye.